All right, welcome to the Ravit Show. We are here at Flink Forward. I'm super excited to be with Jark and Giannis. Not two new faces to the Ravit Show. Exactly last year we did this, and again we are doing. And this time we'll be getting more in depth of Fluss and what's happening. But just for audience, would you like to quickly introduce yourself? Tell us more about what you do. Maybe Jark, you can go first.
Yeah, I'm Jark Wu from Alibaba Cloud. I'm leading the Flink team and the Fluss team in Alibaba, and also PPMC member of Apache Fluss. Thank you.
And my name is Giannis, and I work at Ververica as a staff streaming architect, and I'm also part of the Apache Fluss PPMC committee.
That's awesome. Let's get into it. Exciting stuff to see new changes in Fluss. Now Apache Fluss. Since we last spoke, a lot of changes have happened. So kind of curious to hear your thoughts. For those who are new to Fluss, would you like to explain what Fluss offers and how does it fit into the wider ecosystem? And then we can get into more details.
Yeah, I think Fluss is a streaming storage for analytical workloads. So it wants to resolve some Kafka pain points when using Kafka with in some analytics or with lakehouse together.
Yes.
So I think the key features it provided to make it different from Kafka is the column pruning to reduce the I/O network traffic when you don't need all the necessary columns. And second is the updatable table to turn a Kafka topic into an updatable topic. Updatable topic
Yep.
tables. And the third is the queryable streams. So you can directly query the streams. You don't need to dump it to an overlap system. And the fourth is the stream lakehouse. So you can use the lakehouse as your historical data of your
Mm-hmm.
Fluss, and you can also use Fluss as a real-time data layer of your lakehouse. So I think it is really a streaming storage built for built for lakehouse and
Yep.
analytics. Yeah.
Love it. Yanis, do you want to add anything?
I just gave a whole presentation around that. It was called the 7 deadly sins of streaming, and basically it boils down to the 7 deadly sins that we have identified, for example, that have been being a huge pain point in our
Mm-hmm.
streaming pipelines over all these years, only because Kafka, who was built for event streaming, has been used there. So our approach with Fluss is try to provide a better alternative when it comes to stream and stream processing, like the actual analysis of the data, to
Right.
simplify the overall architecture and overall try to make, because for historically, stream and stream processing has been perceived as, let's say, quite expensive, and for the most part has been due to Kafka
Yep.
not being used for the right use case there. So we try to take a different approach to actually try and make it more cost efficient and more accessible to everyone.
Love it. Thanks for sharing those insights and thanks for giving us in depth about Fluss. Obviously, exciting stuff happening. I was just looking at the Fluss batches that you all have, and I love it. But just to continue our conversation, with the recent developments that are happening, to Fluss, I'm kind of curious to learn how does it change the game for the enterprises out there in terms of the adoption. Jark, would you like to share a little bit about that?
I would say the streaming lakehouse feature because many internal and external customers
Mm-hmm.
we have seen to reach out to us just to requesting to try out the streaming lakehouse to simplify their data architecture because it can truly unify your stream and batch architecture, the Lambda architecture into a unified architecture. So you don't need to maintain two copy of data to one for streaming, one for batch. So you only need to maintain one data storage, and this can
Yep.
reduce a lot of storage cost and reduce a lot of operational complexities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that is something which is very important for the enterprise leaders out there as well, where cost and ops kind of go hand in hand. And if that is being sorted, I think it just helps. Yanis, quick question for you. Could you explain the zero state analytics and how it reduces network ops and latency? And I know we were joking about it backstage, but I would love to ask a little bit more and get more details about this.
So actually, zero state is something really interesting to me. Basically, for a long time, when I was presenting and talking about Flink, I was actually referring to streaming joins as the curse of streaming joins.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually funny because if you think about it, streaming joins are some of the most common use cases, but at the same time, they're really, really hard to get right, especially at really early stage in production. So with zero states in Fluss, what we do is not the zero state doesn't mean stateless. What we are doing there is basically we are removing the state from the internal stateful operators of Flink, and we
Nice.
use streaming storage like Fluss that is actually queryable, and you can create indexes and perform those tables to perform key value lookups. So this not only removes all the state from operators, but at the same time, it makes the jobs way faster, way more efficient, and you have no, let's say, bottleneck issues when you could try to rescale or just do job bootstrapping. So basically, we just let the stream processor do what it's supposed to, it's supposed to do. Focus on the computation. I mean, you can think of it in some kind like compute storage operation as well in that level.
Yeah.
Some kind of.
Um, Jark, for you, I obviously we know zero point 0.8 Flows is releasing very soon. In kind of curious to know what updates can we expect and anything that you would like to share with our audience already.
Yeah, version 0.8, I think it is a major milestone because it is the first release since we entered the Apache Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
So the community has put a lot of efforts to prepare it, and we are very proud to share that we are going to release it in a month, and with many exciting features. I think the most exciting features, maybe for me, I think maybe three highlight features. The first is um, streaming the calls with Iceberg. We finally support the integration with Iceberg, so you can use Iceberg as your historic data for Fluss,
Yep.
and you know, and we so the Terrain surface of Fluss can continuously convert the streaming data into Iceberg in real time to improve the freshness of your
Mm-hmm.
Iceberg tables, and also the Terrain service has a built-in comparison, so you can automatically detect the small files to compare the small files and to improve the query performance. And what's more, Fluss will leverage its prime key index to further improve the performance of updates on the Iceberg. We all know that the Iceberg is a very pain point in Iceberg, and with the Fluss prime key index, we can reduce a lot of cost for such use case. And another exciting feature, I think, is the zero state delta
Yep.
join, just Giannis mentioned before. And the last thing is the multimodal AI with lines,
Nice.
because the major difference between analytics and AI is the multimodal data. And Iceberg and Bouquet actually is not good at to handling multimodal data currently.
Mm-hmm.
And the lens format is a new open table format for such use case.
Nice.
And we have cooperated with the lens community to work together to integrate streaming lakehouse with lens. So you can use Fluss as a real-time data hub for multimodal data, and the real-time data will be continuously converted into lens format. So combining with the streaming ability of Fluss and the AI optimized lens format, you can build multimodal AI applications that can leverage both the real-time data in Fluss and the historical data in lens format. And that is, I think it will be a very powerful feature for the real-time AI. Yeah.
We can't wait for sure. And these are fantastic insights. Thanks for giving us a sneak peek into what's coming in. I'm definitely sure that the iceberg community is excited as well. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Yeah, Yanis.
No, and I want to say if the iceberg community is actually really thrilled. Please help us raise awareness about the project because we are still in the early days. So even if the technology is great, if people don't know about it,
Yeah,
I
it can
mean,
take time to
it can
get
take
there.
time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
So it's best to, just go out, and if the community and everyone comes together, it just becomes much more powerful. And also, constant feedback helps you all to get to the next release point as well. So that's fantastic. You also mentioned about AI. So let's talk a little bit about AI.
Oh, man.
With shift towards a lot of software moving towards AI. Yanis, what do you think we can expect from Fluss to adapt to? And if so, what are those sort of functionalities, and how would it help the larger community as well?
so we are still in the early days, and I think there are so many things there that we still don't know about. And at some point, we'll be amazed of how users are actually using Fluss. But the first steps and directions we take towards that vision, let's say. The first one is that we are exploring and we see quite some demand for using Fluss as a real-time feature store because lots of people currently tend to use a combination of something like Redis with it, something like BigQuery, for example, data warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
So when they hear about Fluss, the support for primary keys, and basically that it can give you that ability to work on feature stores,
Okay.
and they get them really excited. So again, we are still in the early days, so this is currently under investigation with a few people. And the second thing is what Jark mentioned is the integration we are bringing in this release for the Lance format. So what this basically means is that users now are going to be able to stream multimodal data like videos and images and actually store them in real time in a format that actually makes sense for
Mm-hmm.
for creating vectors, vector sessions, and all these things. And later downstream, they can integrate with really powerful engines like LanceDB. LanceDB, if you hear us, maybe we can work together on some more use case around that.
Love it.
It would be really cool. Yeah, I mean, these are definitely some interesting directions, and it remains to be seen what we will see there.
That's fantastic. Thanks for sharing that. Jock, how do these capabilities, these newer capabilities, help strengthen Fluss's role in the stream house architecture? If you can share a little bit around that.
So the question about the streaming house, okay. Yeah, I think the current lake house is batch oriented. So you use Iceberg and Spark for batch ETLs, but the lake house is still have days or hours latencies, and I think it is very limited to our era
Yep.
because AI requires more real time um, real time information context
Yep.
for the accurate and the quality for the decisions. So I think the with the streaming lakehouse features, Fluss provides the real-time ability to on top of the existing lakehouse to make it can be fit into the real-time AI.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think definitely, and it will be a huge benefit for the community out there. But just a follow up question here is also about the roadmap.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned about 0.8 release and how it's going to also about the functions, but i- a little more longer roadmap that we see for Flows, how does it look like?
Yeah, I think we didn't have a thoroughly discussion in this community, but in my mind, I'm thinking to build Fluss for three directions. I
Mm-hmm.
think first one is real-time analytics. The second one is real-time lakehouse, and the third one is real-time AI. So the vision of Fluss is to build a data foundation for real time.
Yep.
For the real-time analytics, we want to work with Flink integratedly to resolve the problems in streaming analytics. For
Right.
example, the zero states.
Yep.
And for the real-time lakehouse, we have just discussed. We want to turn the existing batch-oriented lakehouse into a real-time lakehouse, and that is the foundation for the future real-time AI. And for the real-time AI, Fluss, I think it is a very strong fit to be as a feature store for the real-time
Nice.
feature engineering. And we plan to support zero-cost schema evolution in the next release, because schema evolution is a very critical feature for feature engineering, because features are frequently added or removed during the model training and testing. And yeah, with the multimodal data, we want to be the real-time data hub for multimodal data, and very cooperation with the nice format of community. Yeah.
Love it. For our audience, you're hearing it for the first time on the Ravit show. So it's going on record, but these are fantastic three big pillars, three big directions that I'm kind of seeing is real-time analytics, real-time lakehouse, real-time AI. Can't wait. Definitely looking forward to learning more. And I know it's a lot of work. It's a lot of community effort that goes into it. And to even build that one pillar or one direction, it takes a while. But if done together, and if the community comes together, it's just faster, and it just proves out to be much more beneficial for not only just the enterprises, but the community itself too. Giannis, one question for you. For anyone interested in getting involved in the project, how can they participate? What's the best way to get started? And Jark, you can also answer this. Maybe it's going to be the same.
I mean, I want to start by saying that basically all the things we said here have to do with the work, our contributions in the stream processing space, and how we see the future. And basically, I want to give a really big thank you to our community, because it definitely deserves it. So we started not even a year ago, and we had so many people reaching out, and they come with so much passion,
Right.
so much hungry to learn. Uh, it's just amazing, the Philip and the vibe that exists there right now. We're a small community, of course, but for me that makes also all the difference, because it feels like we're actually starting bonding all together, and it's just amazing. So big thank you to our current community, and if anyone wants to join us, we have a Slack channel, which you can find in the official the Fluss documentation page. You can join us. Just say hi and reach out to us directly. Everyone or anyone else, everyone is super responsive there. As I said, it's like our small community there. It's our safe place. And yeah, and we also have our LinkedIn page, so you can also follow us there for the latest news. And once per month, which is also on our website, we run our community. As a community, we get together online on a
Nice.
webinar, so you can join our Zoom calls. It's free and open to everyone. So yeah, I mean,
Love it. One last question for both of you. If people want to reach out, I think Slack is like the best place, or LinkedIn.
Slack, LinkedIn, yeah, everything.
Okay, fantastic. Such great conversation and such great, you know,
And I hope it won't take one more year, man. We can also meet, yeah, in other conferences years.
yes, no, I think y'all have made fantastic progress in the last 1 year, and we've seen it as a community as well. I see it always from the outside, the hard work that y'all put into it, and the community reacting to what y'all have been building. So just congratulations for doing what you guys are doing for the community and building this huge community for Fluss. All the best. We'll keep the conversation going. But once again,
Absolutely.
it's always such a pleasure to chat with you, Jark, and Giannis, you as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us.